Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just want to share my program from my second Cher concert, but my third time seeing her live. I saw the farewell tour once, and then I saw her at Mardi Gras from the back of the room, and oh god, there's a whole story on how I got in last minute, halfway through. It was a moment. Okay, so this was a farewell tour. The Here We Go Again tour, because, you know, she said farewell and she's like, here we go again. It was after her ABBA cover album, and this time I wasn't letting any housemates, because I didn't have any, stop me from getting first row centre. And then I found out this time, instead of the stage going right up to the audience, there was a big section of about 2 metres where they had room for a camera to go backwards and forwards, which was in front of me quite often, actually backed into me once. So I never got my real front row Cher experience, because even when I was front row, there was still 2 metres and a cameraman in front of me. She did notice me though. I swear to God, she looked at me with my Cher doll around my neck, the same Cher doll I took to the first show, and looked at me like, oh my God. Now, before the show, I took my Cher doll, and, you know, she was quite popular. People want photos with her and everything, so, you know, I had to sort of take care of her. But, you know, eventually we actually got to seeing the show. I saw it 4 times because I didn't care about money. Front row twice, and then I think the 4th row for the other 2 on each side, so I got a good view of the whole show. Now, this program, unfortunately, is mostly just like studio shots and stuff like that, and a lot of programs, that's what they are. You don't get a lot of shots of the actual show to remind you of what the show was and to relive the show, which I sort of thought was the point of the program. Now, I haven't spent much time looking through this. And also, it doesn't have a staple seam, so it's a bit tricky to open with one hand. But yes, Cher looking fabulous, of course. More shots of Cher looking fabulous, of course. More shots of Cher looking fabulous, of course. Not sure exactly what era. It's a little bit hard to tell exactly when some of these photos are. The paper's very thick. Sometimes I'm not sure if I've gotten 2 pages or not. The spine's a bit difficult. Not sure where she was going with that. Cher. Oh, there's some reflection there. See, all the other programs I'm looking for are like pretty much stapled in the centre, so they open out without any of this. So I've got to watch that, because I can't really see through the camera when I'm doing this. A lot of hair and makeup, a lot of work goes into these photos. But I just want pictures from the actual tour so I can look at it and go, I remember that number, I remember that moment, I remember that show. And a lot of booklets, unfortunately, programs, they're very much just like this. I mean, it's great to have all these photos to look at, and it's fun when they go through the history like this, but it doesn't always remind you of the actual production. And only a few of the programs I've bought over the years actually do. Stage programs for actual like plays are a bit better. Rock stars, it's more just portfolios of recent photos, or maybe ones that match thematically. But of course we have Cher at the movies. I've seen them all, not in the cinema though, but more like from the one at the start. I like the one with the disco ball. So that's that. But yeah, I had a bit of a moment. I took my Cher doll, as I mentioned, and at the beginning, Cher is usually in her makeup chair getting done, and she has a bit of stage fright. One of the things that helps is she has the crew shoot the audience so she can just see people, and it sort of reminds her that it's just people. It's not a big crowd, it's not a mob, it's just people. And I held up my Cher doll because I thought, I want them to video Cher because she's here in the audience. And I held it up, and the guy spotted me, the cameraman, and he's like, okay, you'll be next, because they're going from person to person. They were doing drag queens and people dancing and wanting attention. A few people got a little bit of applause. I held up the Cher doll. I assumed they were just going to shoot the doll. And then when I came on camera, it was me from like the neck up or the shoulders up and the doll. And I'm like, I didn't realize I was going to be in the shot. But I just like kept smiling, shaking the doll, and the whole arena just roared with cheers and laughter at this gay man with his Cher doll at the Cher concert, just like Jack. And it was terrifying to have all that attention on me for a few seconds. And I probably, along with a drag queen that was like twerking on a rail, I got like the biggest reaction from everyone, and it was really, really scary. And I'm sure Cher saw it, and I think that's why. I think she recognised me with the doll in the front row when she was actually on stage, and I have a photo of her like looking at me like, oh dear. I'm sure of it, but that makes me happy. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the Here We Go Again tour if you went, and of the program. I just wanted to share it with you all.